So yes, if you have a yoga mat, you can roll your yoga mat out facing the camera would work, and then come to a comfortable seat. If you don't have a mat, just an open space on the floor where you can spread out and move your arms around, where you're not going to be knocking into anything. And your comfortable seat, you might be sitting cross-legged, or that might not be comfortable for you. So you can sit on the shins, you can have the legs out, or if you have a pillow or a cushion to sit on, that can make it a lot more comfortable to raise the hips up a little bit higher. So whatever feels right for you, you'll come into whatever your comfortable seat is. And then you'll go ahead and take any movements or wiggles you need so that you can become still. You can keep the hands down on the knees or the lap. Close the eyes. And together we'll take just a few breaths. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Another deep breath in. Long breath out. And long, slowest breath in, breathing all the way to the top. And then long, slow breath out. Can you soften the shoulders as you do? And just come into a slow pace of breath. In and out through the nose if that's possible for you. And then from this space, you can gently open the eyes, and we'll tuck the chin to the chest. And just feel with chin tucked to chest here how that feels. So awakening the back of the neck. Forehead drops heavy. And now make the tiniest movements side to side with your head. Just baby movements, left and right, with the chin still tucked. And then start to make those movements a little bit bigger, so that eventually you're rocking, so the right side of your head falls heavy toward the shoulders, and then you tuck chin back toward your chest, and then the left side of your head, left ear, falling toward left shoulder. So continuing to just warm up the neck here. Yoga is all about creating a healthy spine and moving our spine in all directions. That's one of the physical pieces of yoga. So starting with the cervical spine, you can continue with these half rocks, or if it feels okay to take full rolls of the neck, you can feel free. Just go very slowly. And take one or two more breaths here. Try to stay connected with the breath even when you're moving. So just really noticing all the sensations. And then bringing the gaze back through neutral, sitting up nice and tall. We'll take a deep breath in, reach the arms overhead, palms come to touch. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center as you feel yourself grow a little taller. Imagine your spine lengthening. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, palms come to touch. And then exhale, hands to heart. Good, one more like that. Inhale, reach the arms out wide and up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. From here, walk your right fingertips out to the right and bring them down to the ground if you can. Reach the left arm up and over And take a side body stretch. So as you're leaning to your right, you'll feel the left side of your rib cage opening. Try to keep your hips pressed down. So rather than leaning over and really tipping, we try to press that left hip down. One more breath here. And then all the way up through center, take a deep breath in. And then take it to the other side. So your left arm will come down to the ground and you'll reach the right arm up and over, pressing that right hip down and just feeling the opening along the side of the body. Deep breaths into the rib cage as we hold this shape. And then come all the way back up once more. Reach the arms up, palms touch, and exhale, hands to heart. Good. From here, reach your left arm up to the sky and then cross the left arm over to your right knee. Take your right arm behind you and press it down into the earth so you're in a seated twist. So the arms crossing to the opposite knee, and we try to turn our heart toward whatever side wall you might be facing, all the way to your right. And we hold here in the twist, but there's a little bit of gentle movement where every time you inhale, maybe you grow a little taller, maybe the twist unravels just a bit. And every exhale, can you twist a tiny bit more? Never forcing. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, we twist. Take 2 or so more breaths like this on your own. Waking up the spine, and then we unravel back through center. This time, reach the right arm up to the sky, and then cross that right arm over to the left knee. Left arm behind you presses down into the ground, which can help you sit tall. And we're in this twist once more. So trying to turn your chest to the left. Crossing across the body, feeling that spinal twist. Every inhale, grow a little bit taller. And every exhale, twist a little bit more. One or two more breaths on your own. Stay connected to that breath. And on your next exhale, we come back through center. But from here, we'll come into a tabletop position. So tabletop, we want to come to hands and knees. So stacking your hands under the shoulders as much as you can and the knees under the hips as much as you can. We're going to take our cat-cow pose. So cat-cow, on a cow pose, we drop the belly, lift the tailbone, and try to shine that heart forward. If the center of your chest had a spotlight, you're trying to shine it straight forward and hold here. So trying to make that trough or U shape with the body. And on your next exhale, take a cat pose. So cat pose, we press into the earth, drop the tailbone, pull the belly up, drop the head. And we're in this rounded cat shape. And now we flow between these with our breath. So inhale, coming to cow. Exhale, coming to cat. And we'll continue in this way, inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. So whatever your pace of breath is, this continues to warm up the spine even more. Take one more round wherever you are. And then we have an option here to come to downward facing dog if you'd like. So you can give it a shot if you're brand new to yoga. Don't be afraid. You'll walk the hands forward, just a bit of the shoulders, tuck the toes, and then I start with the knees bent, lift the hips up and back, like you're trying to press your heart toward your thighs. And the hamstrings might be tight, so you can pedal out the feet, bending one knee at a time to let one heel drop heavy. We're making an upside down V shape with the body. And if it feels okay to be still, you can be still. We'll stay here for just one more full round of breath. Inhale. Big exhale. And then we're gonna bend the knees. Look toward your hands. And if it feels okay, we walk the feet up toward the hands, or you can come up to a forward fold, however feels best for you. So forward fold is I am standing, but I'm allowing my torso to fall heavy and forward. Let the head hang down. Maybe you nod the head yes. Maybe shake the head no. Try to release the neck. Feel as though any tension that you're holding onto is just melting down your back from hips all the way toward your head. So like you're creating a waterfall where any tension or stress can just flow down the back of your head. Maybe you're still, or maybe you bring a little sway in side to side. You can also grip the elbows. The ragdoll pose. And release any grip on the elbows if you have them, and we're gonna slowly rise all the way up to stand, coming into a mountain pose. So mountain pose, we're just gonna stand firm and tall with our palms facing forward. Good. And then from our mountain pose, we're gonna take a couple standing poses. We're gonna do a warrior pose. So step your feet out wide, toes pointing the same direction, and reach your arms out wide. So this is a star pose. Star pose has the feet parallel. Make your legs as wide as is comfortable. And then you're gonna take your left foot and turn your left toes straight forward toward the top of your mat or perpendicular to your back foot. From here, bend into the front knee so that your knee becomes right over your ankle. You don't want to go past it like this. Knee right over the ankle. Do your best, especially if you can see yourself. Good. And then we gaze over the front hand. So this is warrior two. Press firmly into that back foot. Notice if you're reaching forward, and try to keep your shoulders over your hips and just feel the strength of this pose. That front leg might start to burn a little bit. Press into the back foot. And then we'll take a reverse warrior pose. So reverse warriors, we flip our front hand, which would be your left hand if you have left foot forward, and reach up and back. I keep the bend in my front knee and take a deep breath into the side of my body that's opening here. A nice stretch, deep breath. Good, and then come back, warrior two. Straighten that front leg, bring hands to your hips, and turn all 10 toes to face the same direction once more. Good. You can move the hips a little bit side to side. You can also take a little bow forward and just reset the spine. Good, coming all the way back up. We're gonna do that on the other side. So star pose once more, reach the arms out wide. This time turn the right toes to the right. Your front foot is perpendicular to the back foot. So your front heel is in line with either your back arch or your back heel. And then we bend into that front knee. Now sometimes, like for me, I'm gonna come a little bit wider by moving my back foot back. And then it's more comfortable for me to bend into that front knee. without the knee going past the ankle. Look over the front hand and feel the strength of this pose. If you've ever heard of power posing, this is a power pose, right? To bring your power into you. It might uses a lot of energy, it might feel difficult, but we hold and we breathe. Part of yoga is learning to stay in something that's a little bit uncomfortable, and we can breathe through it. From here, flip the front palm, the one that's closest to the front leg, and reach up and back. Reverse warrior, also called peaceful warrior. So we take a deep breath into the side of the body, keep pressing firmly into both feet. And come all the way back up through warrior two. Straighten the front leg, hands to your hips, and turn all 10 toes to face the same direction. We'll just move the hips out a little bit side to side. Maybe you take a bow forward, reset the spine with this forward fold. Good, and then we'll come all the way back up. We'll do one quick balancing pose before we come down to the mat. So hands together in front of your heart. Press firmly first into both feet. And then you're going to start to shift the weight into your right foot. Really feel the strength of the right foot. And then kickstand your left heel against your right ankle. So we're in a little kickstand. My toes are still on the ground. Fix your gaze on a point that's not moving if you can. And if this feels okay, you can play around with bringing the foot up to the lower leg. Careful to not put it right on the knee. So lower leg, or you can help it come up to the upper leg. Keep pressing the palms together. And whether you're here, here, or here, these are all perfect tree poses. Take a deep breath. If you want to challenge, you can reach the arms up. Deep breath in. And then we'll gently release and come all the way down. You can shake out that leg. Give a little Elvis leg, I call this. Shake out the hip, roll out the ankle. And we'll do the other side. Come back to both feet grounded. Press the palms into one another. And then take that kickstand once more. So press into the left leg now, opposite. And kickstand the right heel against the left ankle. So the knee is moving out to the side. This is a perfect place to stay. Keep pressing palms into one another, thumbs against the chest. Maybe you move here to the lower leg. Maybe you move up to the upper leg. And we breathe. And maybe if you want to take one more breath and you reach the arms up, spread your tree branches. This is tree pose, deep breath. And we gently come out of this slowly, trying not to slingshot our way out. And then you can shake out that leg, shake out the standing leg, roll the ankle. Good. And from here, let's take one more deep breath in, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. And we're going to come all the way down to our mats once more. So coming all the way down, come all the way to a laying position, hug the knees in, and rock the knees a little bit side to side. Take the arms out wide like wings as you're laying down. And just a few breaths on each side. We're going to drop the knees all the way to the left. Try to keep your heart up to the sky. This can feel like a lot. And so if it does, move the knees further down away from your shoulders. And if you want more of a twist, hug the knees up toward the shoulders more. Just 2 to 3 breaths here. You can even gaze away from the knees, turning the head. One more breath. And then back through center. Bring the knees back through center. Maybe give them a little squeeze. And then arms wide like wings, let the knees fall to the right. And we take a few breaths here. Maybe your head turns away from the legs in the spinal twist. Trying to let the body surrender back as much as possible. One more breath. And then back through center, hug the knees in. And now we come into a rest pose, which will normally be much longer than this, but we're gonna soak up a minute or so where we send the legs long, if that feels okay. Palms face up, hands down by your sides. This is called Shavasana or corpse pose. So do your best impression of a being that has no effort left. Just fall all the way back into the earth. Close the eyes. Give yourself this gift of just a minute of doing nothing, just fully allowing yourself to rest. And if the legs long doesn't feel comfortable for the low back, plant your feet and let the knees touch. So whichever you're choosing, take a deep breath in. Big exhale through the mouth. Feel yourself fall back, supported by the earth. You can let go. Nothing else to do right now in this moment. Just resting here. This is sometimes the hardest pose in yoga, is giving us the permission to just stay and do nothing. And it's one of the most important, as it allows all of the work that we've done to integrate into the body. We cannot be in constant motion. Same goes for life. We need to make the time for true rest. So take the next few breaths, just really soaking this up. And you can come here anytime, giving yourself the gift of true rest. And start to feel the sensation of your breath, the rise and fall of the belly, of the chest. Bring some movement into your fingers and into your toes. Maybe rolling your wrists, rolling the ankles. Gentle movement. And then you'll hug one knee in toward the chest and then the other. And if it feels okay, you'll roll to one side in a fetal position. You can use your bottom arm as a pillow. And you'll just pause here for a moment. Deep breath. Big exhale. And then use your top arm to press all the way back up. finding yourself once more in a comfortable seat. And close the eyes one last time. Bring hands together in front of your heart and take a deep breath in and a big exhale. Send yourself love and gratitude for making time for yourself today. Sending love and gratitude to your body for everything it is able to do and for walking you through this life. And I send each of you love and gratitude for allowing me to be your teacher. The good and the light in me bows to the good and the light in you, and we bow and say namaste. Thank you all so much who joined or caught part of this, or if you're watching the recording. My name is Jen, and my business is Wander Free Wellness, and I teach yoga, meditation, wellness workshops, and a lot of women's moon circles. So an online membership for deep self-development and living according to the cycles of nature. So you can find me at wanderfreewellness.com and on all the social media and YouTube at Wander Free Wellness. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jen.
You're welcome.